Wet Leg are back with a brand new single called CPR. It's the second release of their second album, the first one being Catch These Fists they put out a month or two ago, which I ended up really quite liking. It was a bit of a slow burn. I wasn't so sure how I felt about it when it first came out, but you know, the guitar line was actually really good. The hook, the da-dun, dun, da-dun, ba-dun, it kind of got stuck into my head. I put it on the top of my playlist. I listened to it enough times that now actually I've got that song quite a lot in my head. I don't think it's as good as either of the big tracks from their first album. I mean, Chaise Longue is the track that got me into Wet Leg, and I actually really do like that song. It's very, very understated, and her vocal delivery is somewhat unique, to say the least. I mean, sometimes it's good, and sometimes I'm not sure. Like, in Catch These Fists, she has this whole thing where she goes, man down. It almost sounds like she's having a stroke halfway through, but then, I don't know, some of the stuff in Chaise Longue and other such songs, it's actually, like, really charismatic, the way she talks. So, yeah, I know. I'm a fan of that kind of stuff, and it's been an interesting kind of visual change for them in the most recent album cycle. In the first one, it felt like they were kind of dressed up like, I don't know, good old country girls. They had this sort of like long, sort of very loose-fitting summer dresses. They almost looked like they were coming out of an Amish community or something like that. And they seem to have just completely lent into going the other direction when it comes to this one. But hey, whatever. It's a visual change that I'm sure will probably end up benefiting them. Whether that's a sad commentary on the world or not, I will leave up to you. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting transition nonetheless. And it also seems like Wet Leg has changed from being just the two girls, who I'm sorry to say I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but I believe they were the only official members of the band for the first album cycle, and they had these other three guys who are playing with them live, and probably, I don't know, probably had a hand in the writing when it comes to recording instruments anyway, but it seems like they are now a unit as a group. Like, all five of them have been officially made the band, which I think is nice. I feel like it's one of the scenarios where those guys were probably a crucial enough component, especially they were touring a lot, where, you know, it feels like it's the right thing to do, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, I know, I'm quite curious to see what this second song is like. So yeah, I guess we'll just jump in and listen to CPR. I will say, actually, it's a trend across a lot of Wet Leg stuff that actually the bass lines are really, really good. They might not necessarily be, like, hugely complicated, but they absolutely root these songs.
I tied a rope around my waist. I tend to get lost in your eyes. I took a breath, jumped off the cliff because you told me to.
What is the accent? I'd love to know that. Is she putting on a voice, or is that just how she talks? Or, as far as I'm aware, they're English, right? I don't know. Again, it's quite charismatic. It definitely singles them out, but it's I don't know. It throws me off quite a lot. I guess the music video is mostly just going to be these guys driving whilst lip syncing. I'm going to guess it feels like it's a bit slowed down as well, which is always gives that like slightly uncanny valley thing where whilst the lip sync is technically right, you can tell that it's not, like, you know, she's singing it at half speed or double, whatever it is.
Is it love or suicide? Is it love or suicide? Is it love or suicide? Is it love?
Man, the flip up there was actually like really bizarre. She went from like very monotone, just talking like this, like she's falling asleep, and then right to really just fire up into that like quite high soprano with the kind of like cheeky, I don't know, sort of like girly inflection. The change is quite nice, and again, this is one of the things that Wet Leg do very well is they have really quite stripped back verses, and then when they get into those choruses, suddenly the guitars are allowed to really sing out, and I don't know, they often end up having really, really impactful choruses because of that.
I try to run, head for the hills.
This genuinely looks quite dangerous as well. I can't tell how fast they're going, but like, if I was like an official like part of this, I don't know, their production team or their management, I'd be like, no, you absolutely can't stand up in a moving fucking car. It's a cool visual though.
Then, oh my God, oh, can you give me the chills? Yeah. Is it love or suicide? Is it love or suicide?
I really like the way that guitar comes in as well towards the latter part of this like second half of the verse. Like, oh, is this like a pre-chorus section, I guess, maybe? But again, the sort of way that it levels up and suddenly get that banana, it kind of matches the bass line, but it's way more fleshed out. It's clever songwriting. The way that they use the space in the song is excellent.
Is it love? Suicide? Is it love? Are you the one? I ride or die. When I'm with you, I feel alive. Is it fun? Is this a vibe? Is it love?
That other guitar line that's running through there is also really interesting. It's like a little bit dissonant, like it's following some definite like blue notes or accidentals in there, but it's quite a loud one that's kind of dueling with the guitar that is playing the chords. It has a kind of slightly chaotic feel to it, which I think is actually like very beneficial to it. It almost like leans into oh god, what's it called when everyone like loves it when they talk like really in your ear and they do weird horrible mouth movements? What's that called? I'm opening a cereal box right now and you can hear it go crunch. What is that called? ASMR. It's kind of edging on ASMR in a way that I don't know, it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. It kind of like gives me like a kind of feel to it. But I don't know, again, to like deliver that live must be quite difficult. And God, I feel bad for their engineers, the stage techs having to try and go between the much louder where she has to like blast it for the choruses compared to here where she must be singing just on the edge of her voice. I will also say that having the phone in the car that she's answering at the same time is a nice touch. It's a good visual gag to kind of like play along with this. And I'm also sitting there thinking they must have had this road closed for an afternoon to film this. They must have done.
I'm in love.
Like just the guitar solo in itself, it almost reminds me of like Pixies or something, where it's like just on the edge of like being completely dissonant, but it has a really good vibe to it as well. And then in the meantime, we've got that weird sound effect, whatever it is, going to whoop 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 in the background. It's simultaneously very stripped back, but it's quite a unique blend of sounds actually. It's just nice. Quite a lot of layers going on now. I'm trying to figure out how many how many like extra layers they've got recorded over there, because it feels like I'm hearing at least two guitar lines in one ear. We've got the like the lead guitar line and the other one. We've got the bass. There's the weird synth thingy going on. It's quite a thick sound for the choruses. Nice ending as well. I really like the way that her like the vocal variation there at the end had it going down, and that like coincided really nicely with the guitars like finishing off. That was a really really nice end. And they actually hit the car park at the very end of what they were doing as well. Yeah, the video was interesting too. I mean, I don't think the video is like particularly relevant to what it was she was singing about, but that is completely fine. I still think that stuff like this is significantly more interesting to look at than just a lyric video or a white box performance to anything like that. Them just kind of like going down the streets. It looks like they're having a good time. The kind of like camaraderie between them feels tangible. She's actually quite a charismatic sort of front woman, I guess, but you know, she was good at conveying the sort of like joy at singing and so on and so forth. Yeah, no, video was good. I like the song. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I do think I like it more than Catch These Fists, actually. The vocals are, like, quite bizarre across the whole thing. They go from, like, yeah, like I said, borderline ASMR, all the way up to like this really high kind of like cutesy soprano style thing, which again, I'm not, I like that aspect of it a lot. The guitar was definitely not how I was expecting it to, but I really like the way that the layers built up and then came down again with the verses versus the pre-chorus into the chorus, where the chorus is actually like quite thick and heavy. There's a lot going on there, but it's quite deceptive in its way of doing that. So that stuff I liked a lot. The lyrics, I didn't pick up on loads of them, to be honest. They seemed fine. I quite like the way that she flips into conversational just in the verses and stuff like that. It definitely gives it some variation and some charisma. They're a really interesting entity, our Wet Leg. I'll definitely be paying attention to the rest of the album. I think if they release any more videos as well, I'm kind of curious to see them. Even if it's just them performing, they're just an interesting group of people to look at. So I'm definitely going to continue to follow that one. And yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you like this one more than Catch These Fists? Do you think that this new album cycle with the new image, is that like a good thing, or did you prefer the sort of like first album cycles more, I don't know, humble isn't quite the right word I'm going for, modest is probably the word I'm looking for. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Follow me on the socials, that would be excellent. Like, share, subscribe, all that crazy stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.